Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a reading that's a little bit different. It's going to be a reading for Leo placements, but it's going to be in the pick a card format. You guys can pick whichever pile is speaking to you the most or whichever stone is speaking to you the most, and I will do a reading for you with that deck on what Spirit wants you to know right now. So pile 1 is represented by this Fluorite. Pile 2 is represented by this Citrine. And pile 3 is represented by this orange Calcite. Okay, so take all the time you need to pick the pile. All of these readings will be for all Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, Mars too if you would like. And so you can pick more than one if you're feeling called to more than one. You can watch all of them if you'd like. The readings will be about 10-15 minutes each, so it won't be super long. But yeah, take all the time you need to pick the pile or piles that resonate the most to you, and I will see you in the video that you picked. Bye. Okay guys, so if you picked pile 1 or this fluorite stone, this reading is going to be for you. Alright Spirit, so what is it that pile 1 Leos need to know right now? What is the information that needs to be given to them? Alright, first card that came out was the Wheel of Fortune. So you guys are at a very pivotal moment in your lives right now. I feel like a lot of things are changing for you, hopefully for the better. Well, as soon as I said that, the Five of Cups came out, or the Five of Potions. So maybe this is a change in your life or a very pivotal moment where you're going through a lot of depression or anxiety or feeling like you aren't good enough or worried about things going wrong, if that makes sense, or worried about the negative outcome or being upset about very small things that are changing. If that's resonating at all, then this pile is probably for you. We'll pull a couple more cards and see what's going on. Okay, this could involve like the feelings you have for another person. It could be romantically or maybe not. I feel like you guys have a lot of strong feelings for someone, or you have very sensitive emotions in the first place. This may be why you guys are going through this Five of Cups moment right now, where you are very upset about small things, or you're worried about the outcome of your life, or you're worried about little things going wrong. I feel like there's a decision you guys are kind of trying to come to but having a hard time coming to. Weighing pros and cons is definitely a thing I think of when I see Judgment. Deciding whether or not to reach out is something that I'm hearing right now, is what you guys are deciding between, but most of you is leaning towards no, is what I'm getting. And I feel like that's why a lot of you are upset, even though you have very strong feelings for this person or very strong feelings in general about this situation. I feel like you're spending a lot of time alone right now with the Hermit coming out. I feel like you guys are self-reflecting big time. Things are definitely changing for you, and I feel like you're low-key. You guys are definitely turning over a new leaf with the Fool coming out as well. There's something, though, that I feel like is staying heavy on your mind that you are definitely weighing the options of, like, both outcomes. And I feel like, yeah, with both outcomes, as soon as I said that, this card flipped out on my lap, Two of Wands. I feel like it's one of those decisions, again, either between your head or your heart, your head and your heart, or like the road less traveled by, or the path that most people take. And I feel like right now, the reason you're weighing out your options so heavily is because you're very passionate about whatever it is that you're weighing, or like that you're trying to decide between. Like, it could be two people for some of you. It could be like two different life paths as well, or it could just be like two different ways of thinking for some of you as well. But with the Knight of Swords coming out underneath the Five of Cups, I feel like these thoughts that you have, like these sad thoughts that you're having, are like racing sad thoughts, and they come like in bursts, and they're very overwhelming, and they may be kind of like you're talking to yourself very negatively, is what I'm sensing. Maybe not for all of you, but I feel like with that coming in right next to each other, that's kind of the big message, is you're maybe trying to ignore your feelings and look at things from a logical point of view. Sorry if that shuffle was loud, but I feel like the King of Needles is really kind of making you over criticize yourself big time, or over criticize decisions you've made, or over criticize the point in your life that you're at right now, which I feel like is a very big moment with 4 major arcana, coming out on the top row. I feel like this is a very transformational period for you, and I feel like right now you're kind of waiting. You're waiting it out before you make your reappearance, or before you come out and make this decision or start this new path, because there are a lot of negative self-thoughts. You lack confidence for sure with the King of Wands coming out reverse. I see the King of Wands being your card, Leo, or one of them. And when it comes out reverse, it really makes me feel like like a lion with no mane, you know, like a male lion with no mane, at least. Somebody who is embarrassed to be themselves because they feel like they're not the best form of themselves. Someone who is not confident in their actions and doesn't know how to speak clearly or loudly or boldly about their ideas. Somebody who may be lacking inspiration as well. I feel like you guys are very in your feelings, and it's making you kind of like doubt yourself or doubt your own worth as a person. And I'm very sorry that that is the case, because I don't, like, you guys are very worthy people. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Especially with the King of Presents coming out. Not saying especially because that came out, but you guys have a lot of potential to make the things happen for yourself that you want to make happen. I'm also feeling called to mention that this could be an earth sign that we are talking about, because the King of Presents is ringing to me to be very important for this exact spread. But I feel like you guys need to realize what it is you do have to offer, first of all. Be a little bit more practical when it comes to your pros and cons, first of all. Don't necessarily be super lenient towards one option because of a lot of bias is something I'm getting. Try not to be super biased on an opinion or a person because of like negative things. Try to be more open-minded in that department. Definitely stay open to your feelings though. Don't cut those off. And but like all these negative feelings are something that Spirit's really trying to get you to like rethink about. Like, is that really necessary at this time, is what I'm hearing. Like, are you really, do you need to like be upset about this? Like, whatever this 5 of Cups and Knight of Needles is pointing you towards, like these negative self-thoughts. We'll get into that in a minute. But Justice came out right next to this card, so I have a feeling that the reason you're staying to yourself right now is you do want to make the right choice. You don't want to rush into a new thing and be wrong. This may have been something that's happened to you in the past and you're trying to prevent that. Or you're making sure all of your ducks are in a row, definitely, before you decide to make some type of choice. But reevaluate those pros and cons. Okay, so I feel like for you guys, with the Ace of Cups coming out right underneath the Fool, this is probably, does not have to be, this is probably a romantic endeavor that you guys are wondering about, asking about, a little bit nervous about, trying to separate yourself from maybe until you make the right choice. Definitely. You guys are lacking in self-confidence even though you have a lot of feelings for this person. You guys want a new beginning with this person, but you're really not sure how to get there. You want it to be romantic or involve feelings of some kind. You want it to be the right and fair decision for the both of you, but I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, we'll get a card for that now. There's something that is tearing you in half. I know that. There's definitely something that's tearing you in half. I think you guys are scared of being left out, being abandoned, probably because you've been abandoned before. You may have issues revolving around that. You guys are definitely, you don't want to be left out. You don't want to be alone. For some of you, this may be some like type of codependency issue. With this coming out, the High Priestess reverse over here, I feel like this is Spirit trying to tell you that you are ignoring the bigger picture, or your actual, like, your insight is being blocked by all of these sad thoughts. Now, I'm not trying to say if you have, like, mental illness or if you have problems with depression, like, for example, that you need to just get rid of all these feelings, because I know how that's not possible in most cases, and it's very hard to get yourself out of that thinking pattern. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person for feeling that way whatsoever. I totally understand. But Spirit is really trying to nudge you in a direction of, like, your true intuition is being blocked by these sad, negative self-thoughts, or these self-destructive, like, I'm not good enough, or I suck. That's what I'm feeling like it is. It's like, I suck, I will never be good enough. Things will never be going, like, and it's a lot, and it's rapid, and it won't stop, and it's probably, like, late at night and stuff like that. I understand how it is. But with the High Priestess reverse, you are doubting, like, the real truth. I feel like you're looking very negatively at yourself for a reason. That Spirit isn't, like, they don't want you to see yourself that way, but they understand your fear of abandonment 100%. 10 of Cups being reversed here over these cards is making me think that maybe this was a relationship with someone in the past that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or there was some love lost between the two of you, or you are very, while you still have feelings for this person, you are not confident in your ability to make it work because of not being able to provide emotional stability. Maybe you think that, like, your emotions right now are too much for them, or you would overwhelm them with the type of person you are because you have a lot of feelings, if that makes sense. I feel like you're afraid they would be, what's the right word? I have a feeling, like, reciprocated negatively. That's what I feel like for you guys, that you're worried that that's going to be the case with this person. Maybe that's why you've been keeping to yourself and making these pros and cons, or going back and forth between doing this and not doing this. And with the 8 of Pentacles coming out for this one, I have a feeling that you're really trying to work on it, though. You're really trying to progress in some way. You are trying to move past this, definitely. I feel like you are aware of that these feelings and doubts aren't going to get you anywhere in the long run, even though you do need to spend time with yourself. I feel like you're trying not to, like, let it get the best of you, and that's really good to see, even though it is kind of a little overwhelming, which I also understand. Okay, so with the 8 of Cups coming out here, you're definitely, okay, I want to pull out one more card before I finish talking about this spread, because we are almost finished with it, and I just want to get this last thing. Okay, Knight of Wands, so Knight of Candles. So, okay, for you guys, I definitely feel that you want to walk away from, I feel like you either want to abandon these feelings, and the reason you are isolating yourself right now is you don't think it would be fair to either bring this to this other person because they don't deserve it, or you would worry this other person with your emotions, so you're kind of, like, retreating in a way, or walking away in a way, because you feel like it's the right thing to do. That's what I'm sensing from this. Working on yourself 100%, trying to build up stability. Maybe you're focused on your job instead of love right now, or you're, like, or you're overloading yourself with work in order to avoid feelings, or feeling a certain way, or stuff of that nature. But it's looking positive when it comes to love for you guys, honestly. With this Knight of Wands coming here, maybe avoid I feel the need to say this. I don't take this the wrong way, because this is not going to be for everybody, but don't, and I'm not thinking you will be either, don't make this facade over yourself that you're some type of player that you're some type of player or somebody who doesn't get their feelings hurt very often because you want to appear confident. With the Knight of Wands coming here with this new beginning, with the Fool and Ace of Pentacles, it might be like you're deciding to, instead of, like, calculate your steps or your words, to just impulsively jump at something or impulsively do something, because that will, like, get the spark you need, give you the spark you need to keep going. While that is good in some circumstances, please don't come off, like, super strong. Like, if this is romantic and you decide to just, like, disclaimer, this might be a little gross, if you just decide to throw, like, a dick pic, just send a dick pic to someone, or whatever, a random nude, that's probably, for some scenarios, most scenarios, probably not the best thing to do. I know this is kind of, like, off topic, but I have a feeling when it comes to your, like, pursual, or, like, what you want to do when it actually comes to pursuing someone, you're having thoughts of just kind of jumping into it and, like, throwing all of your feelings out there and hoping for the best, you know, and not really thinking about it, like, what could come after that, or, like, the consequences, or maybe coming off strong. Please please. Just do it with, like, just think a little bit before you jump into something, definitely. The Knight of Wands is sensing to me that you guys just want to, like, show up right away and be like, hello, like, I am here. Aries season. I know this is timeless, but I'm doing this, like, the day before Aries season, so Aries season might bring you guys, like, this, like, giant surge of energy to start something new in the love department. It could be a sexual time for you guys as well, or a very romantic time, passionate time, and it's new. But sorry, that was a little random tangent, but when it comes to this overall spread, when it comes to you guys feeling upset about, like, this love connection or this prospect that hasn't been working out for you, I feel like with the Knight of Wands, Spirit is trying to encourage you to be confident but not cocky, bold but not brash. Take that how it resonates, because I really felt the need to say that, because for some of you, I feel like, I'm not biased against Leos, I love Leos, I have a Leo placement, it is what it is, but I feel like a lot of us like to rush into things impulsively, because there's sometimes that's just the only way we know how, you know, because that's the way that gets things done. Sometimes it's that fire energy, and Spirit's just trying to, you know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm just gonna get one message of advice from this Moonology deck for Leo Pile 1 people. See what advice Spirit wants to give to you before you leave this reading. Surrender. Oops, sorry. Surrender to the divine. Okay, so Spirit really wants you to, like, let them help you. Like, they want you... Okay, with this Wheel of Fortune coming out at the beginning as well, sorry for randomly throwing that in there. They want you to let them help you guide your life, if that makes sense. Like, kind of just put all of your worries into them and they will help you fix it. They will give you solutions, if that makes sense. Surrender to the changes that are coming, the feelings that you're feeling. Realize they won't last forever, and that Spirit is doing all it can to help direct you in the right direction. You just have to listen. You have to surrender. You have to stop trying to, like, micromanage the outcome, if that makes sense. Or be a little bit too worried about what will happen. Spirit really wants you to trust in the fact that things will work out in your highest good, and that right now you're going through a period of lessons, or going through a period of realizing your true feelings, or how to explain yourself, or how to approach someone that you really love, or how to fix things. That's something that's definitely coming out in this spread. But I'll end it here because it's, again, getting very long. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a like or a comment down below so I know that this is resonating with someone and that you guys maybe want more of these in the future, because I kind of like this idea and I wanted to try it out. So yeah, I hope you guys, if you don't watch any of the other piles, you definitely can. This is a Leo reading for all placements, all Leo placements. So if you are called to more than one pile, go ahead and watch more, but you don't have to. And if you don't, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and hopefully have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye. Okay, so if you picked pile 2 or this citrine stone, then this reading is going to be for you. Pile 2 Leos. All right. What are the messages that Spirit wants to give you guys today? Okay, so right away we got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So we're going to pick one more card before we start talking about that. These will be kind of the basis for the reading, or to let you know if this is the pile for you or not. And we also got the World. So right now for you guys, I can sense that you may be at a completion cycle point in your life. Sorry if that sounded weird, but you may be at a cycle ending. The new beginning that comes after it may be something that doesn't look, or that looks too good to be true, or looks to be something that's a little bit daunting, or a very big thing to take on, something you may think you don't have enough, like, help to do, or you don't have enough resources to accomplish. But Spirit's really strongly trying to point out the fact that this is, like, a life purpose event. It's something very important to you in the grand scheme of things. What you decide to do in this time now is going to drastically, how do I put this, is going to drastically change the outcome of your future, probably in a positive way. Even though I feel like you guys are a little bit like, yeah, right, this isn't, like, this isn't actually happening to me. Everything is too good to be true, or I can't believe I finally accomplished that project for myself, or whatever it may be. I feel like you guys right now are at a very pivotal point in your life, and I feel like for most of you, you're like either a little bit daunted or discouraged, if that makes sense. I don't know if daunted is a word, it probably isn't, but don't come for me on that one. But if that is resonating at all to you, this pile is probably for you. Okay, so I also got the Seven of Swords, so I feel like you guys are a little bit suspicious of probably how good things are going for you, or a certain specific person in your life it could be, or it could be suspicious of your own success. I could see that as well, because things maybe don't always work out the best for you in your life, or haven't always worked out the best for you in your life, but right now you're seeing a lot of good things come in, or I feel like there's a lot of projects you guys are completing, or very close to completing, that it just feels very strange, you know? Like you're really not used to things going this well for you, which is why I really have this strong sense that with this Ace of Pentacles reverse, that your life right now is a little bit too good to be true. That's what I'm getting. You feel like there's something that's going to come and stab you in the back, or that there's somebody who's going to come and ruin everything or take it all away from you, or you feel like this isn't something you deserve maybe. So that could be part of it. King of Pentacles reverse. I feel like for you guys right now, the reason that's reversed is because you're concerned about your long-term stability is kind of what I'm sensing. I feel like something may have come full circle when it comes to your living quarters is what I'm getting, or your place of employment, or a place that you're at quite a bit or have some type of reign over, kind of like a king would, if that makes any sense. Like if you're a boss of a job, like that's what that's hinting towards, or like the king of your own castle per se, or you know, like the head of your own creative project maybe, or like the head of a relationship very possibly, if we're going to talk about that. I feel like you guys are worried that maybe you can't keep things under control, or you can't maintain long-term stability when it comes to this thing, or whatever. This thing that may have come up that ended may have maybe scared you a little bit, or really put things into perspective that really made you sit back and think wow, this is really my life, this isn't happening anymore, I feel like I've finally gotten over this huge roadblock or something, and I feel like it's got to come back, because it always does. That Seven of Swords is really screaming that you're suspicious of the way your life is going right now, or not sure what's gonna happen next, because things never go well. Okay, so with this Knight of Pentacles coming up right underneath the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like Spirit is definitely telling you that you're doing a good job, and that things aren't too good to be true. This is the real deal when it comes to it, and it's not going to happen extremely quickly. This is a slow process. It probably has been for a while, and that's why maybe you're a little bit discouraged about the long-term outcome, because it has been taking a long time, or it has been a slow and steady wins the race type process, or you're good with it going a little bit slow. I could see that too. Maybe it could be in a very overwhelming circumstance that would be more so overwhelming if it happened quickly for you, if that makes sense. So maybe you are taking it slow in your own life. And with the Page of Swords coming up underneath the World, I'm thinking that you may have come to a realization, you may be communicating the fact that something has ended, or that you have completed a certain project. You may be kind of displaying it to the world, if that makes sense, posting about it or whatever. People are paying attention as well. I have to point that out. I feel like this is a grand scale accomplishment you guys have come to terms with, or it's something that's important to others, is what I'm seeing. And with the Nine of Wands coming out underneath the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you're doing all you can to protect this thing that you've worked so hard on, or this thing that you do not want to crumble underneath your feet, because you have a lot of stakes in it, if that makes sense, or you have a lot of passion for it, or you really care about it. So I have a feeling that you're protecting it in a way. You either, maybe you don't post. This could be relevant for some of you. Maybe some of you are scared of posting about your accomplishments because you think somebody is going to evil eye you, or try and take away from your success or your blessings by spying on you. You don't want to show people your accomplishments, or you're protecting these accomplishments with your life because you do not want someone to ruin this for you. I feel like you have a history of that happening. Okay, Hierophant reverse came out, so I feel like with the Seven of Swords and Hierophant right underneath each other, I feel like you're really scared that it's going to crumble. Like, this structure that you built is going to crumble beneath your feet for some reason, due to maybe, like, lack of stability or lack of structure in it. And if this is a relationship, that could really strongly point towards that. You feel like your relationship isn't, like, fully secure or stable because you can't really necessarily... You don't feel comfortable telling people what's going on in the relationship. Maybe you just made a big pivotal, or came to a pivotal discovery that you don't feel comfortable sharing with other people because you think they're going to, like, take that away from you in some way, or, like, betray you and tell others or something like that. That's something I'm also seeing. So with the Empress coming out next to that, I feel like amidst all of this, like, this worry, I feel like that's going on, or this, protection of yourself, or this protection of your idea, I feel like you are producing quite a bit and you're doing very well. I feel like you're kind of like in your element in a sense when it comes to your femininity. If you identify as female, that will definitely ring true. You don't have to like make things gender specific with these cards as well. I should point that out. But with the Empress coming out, I'm really definitely sensing that there is either a problem with a counterpart, or you are very abundant at this time. You may not realize it. That's something that I feel like I should point out, especially with your stone being citrine. I kind of got the sense when I was doing this pile that you guys kind of have something big in your life right now, or something like monumental coming, if that makes sense, or you're on the path to success, and I feel like this is what this is showing for sure. Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords reverse underneath the King of Pentacles, so I feel like you're having a very hard time expressing the fact that you don't feel comfortable maybe with this responsibility, or you're a little bit scared that something is going to go wrong. I feel like you're not expressing that for sure, and there's a reason you're doing so. Either you feel like you're not thinking clearly right now, or you feel like you can't communicate this clearly. Like, despite the fact that you're doing very well, I feel like you're kind of like ignoring this side. Like, these two cards right here, I feel like you're not really paying that much attention to. They're very good cards, especially to have right next to each other. Like, things are going very well for you when it comes to like prosperity, abundance, making things come from nothing. But I feel like you're still worried that you can't, like, continue this, or that this is, like, a momentary strike of luck or something like that. Okay, King of Wands coming out here. Spirit really, really is trying to encourage you guys to, like, take your power back in a sense, come back bigger, bolder than ever, share your ideas with a passion, definitely express yourself in a way that, like, they want you to take a leadership role, but they want you to be a visionary as well with that King of Wands. I feel like for Leos, you guys take that energy very well. I feel like you are like a natural when it comes to that energy with King of Wands, you know, being the king of a fire element. And so are you guys in a sense. So and then we got the Five of Swords. So yeah, I really do feel like you are trying to... I think you're trying to avoid some type of conflict with others around you, or you're trying to keep your business to yourself because you are trying to avoid conflict, or you don't want disagreements, or you're trying to keep your accomplishments private so people aren't trying to take them away from you. And I feel like Spirit's nodding this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bragging. There's nothing wrong... Well, to an extent. There's nothing wrong about being proud of your accomplishments and talking about them, posting about them, you know. But that whole move in silence thing that everybody talks about, that is a very, like, underrated, I feel like, move, especially when you guys are really coming into your own power and making things happen for yourself. Sometimes people don't have the best intentions, especially random people, like, that have you on social media that you don't really know, you know? Like, you don't want those evil wishes on you. And I feel like Spirit is really, really, like, nodding you on your intuition, on being able to pick that up for yourself and being able to make that choice subconsciously. If you were worried about, I wouldn't say you should be worried about people, like, trying to sabotage you or make your projects fail or something like that, but Spirit is like telling you that it was a smart move, that you realize that there are people like that out there, and you do have to be wary, and you do have to protect yourself. Like, that is good intuition. That's something to carry with you every day, regardless of the circumstance you're in. So make sure you do keep protective stones with you. That's something I don't mention in many readings, but like black tourmaline is something I would definitely recommend for what you're going through right now. Cleanse yourself frequently. I'm not an expert at these things, but, you know, do what you feel like is right for you in this moment, because it is the right idea to be cautious of who you share your accomplishments with. Definitely. Four of Cups coming out for this too. I feel like that's really, again, reinforcing that, like, be choosy about who you talk to right now. Be choosy about who you express yourself to. With the Knight of Wands or Swords coming out here, I feel like it's because you're on a lot of, you have a direction you want to go in. You know what it is you want, and you can accomplish it with a fierceness, and you really don't want anyone getting in your way at this time. Like, it wouldn't be good for you, it wouldn't be good for them. Like, you're on a mission, you know what I mean? And you do not want someone to stop you from fulfilling your purpose or slow you down in any way whatsoever. So it's totally fine to be choosy with who you're with, who you're not with, and who you decide to walk away from, if you decide to walk away from anybody. But I feel like this card is trying to point you in a direction of walking away from the fact that you aren't capable of making, like, a good life for yourself or holding this sense of stability for a long period of time. Spirit really wants you to try and stop feeling that way. I understand it's difficult, but you do kind of have it all going for you. You just may not be looking at it correctly, or you may be too worried about people taking it away to the, like, so you can't see what it is you really have at this moment, if that makes any sense. Be grateful for what you do have. Make sure to thank your guides. Make sure to thank anybody who's helped you reach that point or things of that nature. Definitely show gratitude, but you don't have to feel forced. Like, you don't have to let your past circumstances make you feel like you aren't able of accomplishing something in the future. I feel like a lot of you need to hear that, or maybe the fact that others, or maybe the fact that you've never been a leader before, or been your own boss before, or, like, had a lot of control in a relationship or something, like, maybe, or being the man of a house per se. Maybe you've never done that before and you're nervous, you know, but Spirit's trying to tell you, like, you've got this. Please step into this King of Wands energy, flip this King of Pentacles around, and you got a lot of power. You're right about a lot of things, and you're doing the thing you need to be doing. Okay, so we're gonna get one card of advice to end this reading quick for Leo pile 2. Okay, yep, we got luck is on your side, the new moon and Sagittarius cards. So Spirit is really trying to tell you that you will be blessed and that they've got your back, pretty much. That you don't have to really be worried about super bad things happening for you. The reason why good things are happening is because they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Nobody's here to take that away from you, but it's definitely a good thing to keep yourself protected. I feel called to show you guys the bottom of the deck too, which is confidence is your key to success, which is the new moon and Leo cards. So definitely try to be more proud of yourself and how far you've come and how good you are at what you've been doing and all of your accomplishments. And yeah, Spirit really wants you to, like, be happy with yourself and know that all of things will work out in your favor, especially regarding this circumstance. But I feel very strongly called to tell you that thank you for trusting your intuition. Don't necessarily, I also feel very called to say the water isn't clear yet. Like, there's a reason why you're feeling this way. So just keep your guard up in a way, but not, like, don't shut everyone out. I'm going to end this reading here because it's getting a little bit long. If you guys liked this at all, please leave a like or a comment down below so I know if these are resonating with anyone and if you'd like me to do more of them or do longer ones in the future. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you want to watch more than one pile, definitely go ahead and do so. If not, I hope you guys have a good day, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye! Okay, guys, so if you picked pile 3 or this orange calcite stone, this reading is going to be for you. So, let's just get right into it. Okay, Spirit, what does Leo pile 3 need to hear right now from you? What's going on in their lives? And what needs to be brought up? Leo pile 3. Okay, so we got the star. All right. First thing I thought was life purpose. I know I talk about life purpose a lot, but I feel like that's one of the major things I'm called to talk about with you guys or with people in general is I feel like you guys are moving in a direction that is like your destiny, if that makes any type of sense. Like you guys are on that journey right now. And with the Mother of Pentacles coming out right after it, it's making me think that in order to get there or what you're doing and like to try and get there quicker or in order to make the journey more successful, you're trying to take care of yourself, look at yourself and nurture yourself and those around you. I feel like this is something that you have realized is the right thing to do or something you're kind of meant to do is what I'm sensing. Some of you could be like care workers is what I'm thinking. Like care for the elderly or care for children or the disabled or something of that nature. I'm getting a very strong like caretaker energy or teacher energy or something of that kind. And I feel like you guys know this is like who you are as people. You could have been avoiding this or you could have been like, what's the right word? You could have been trying to like figure this out for yourself. It may have taken a long time. For some of you as well, this has been something that's weighed on you for a long period of time. You know you want to make the right choice with justice coming out. You don't want to do something you know you're not meant to do. That's something I'm strongly getting from this pile. You want the world to be balanced and fair. You want to do your part in the world, and I feel like you have some inkling that it has to do with caring for someone else. It could be a specific other person. It could be like a romantic partner, like you've realized is the person you want to nurture and spend time with. It could be like children or realizing you want to be a mother or raise children in general. Or it could just have to do with like the line of work you're in or what you really feel like is going to make you successful at the end of the day. The Ten of Pentacles coming up in reverse is kind of what's pointing me towards that direction, is that it's something that right now I feel like it isn't extremely balanced in your life. Your life may not be 100% fair, just, or right at this moment. You want it to be though. But I feel like you at this point are at a moment of like that aha moment with the Hangman being reversed. It's like you're finally awake and you finally know where it is you need to go, and you realize that maybe exactly where you're at right now isn't the place that you want to be, or you don't have the means to make this success happen for yourself. It doesn't have to be for all of you, but for some of you I'm getting that. For some of you as well, I'm getting a sense that it could just be like maybe you're not getting something from someone that you feel is fair with the Six of Pentacles being reversed, or the give and take in a certain situation is very unbalanced or isn't right, and maybe it's something that you have just now come to realize. For some of you, this could be like you're dealing with someone or you're with someone, it could be a friend, it could be a family member even, or something like that, and you really want something to go well with them, or you really want like your guys' relationship to progress in a way that is right, but it's not, and you know it's because that person doesn't give as much to you as you seem to give to them, doesn't seem to have the same attitude is what I'm sensing. Not for all of you, but I know that that's something that's weighing on a few of you right now, or something you have just realized, or something maybe like someone has pointed out to you. But we're going to get a couple more cards to see what else is going on. Eight of Cups coming out underneath the stars, making me think that you guys are trying to really work on your spiritual growth is one thing for sure. I feel like your path may involve something spiritual or involve spiritual care. And I feel like there's things you know you can't continue, or you can't like continue to put up with, is what I'm getting, if you want things to go smoothly in your life, or you want things to be equally given and taken from you, karmatically and just in general. And with the Four of Swords coming out as well, sorry, I had to pick it up off the floor. I feel like you've really been thinking this, keeping this in your head. While you've realized it with the Hangman reversed up here, you're no longer, like, you're contemplating it, but it's something like the connection has finally been made, where you know what it is now and how to kind of go about it, or how it is you want to go about it, or you're looking at your situation realistically finally, and you're kind of like, and now you're really weighing out, you're maybe holding back a little bit before making some type of choice, and you're really trying to take care of yourself at this time, instead of like rushing out into the world and maybe making any big choices or decisions right now, especially with the Nine of Pentacles coming out there. You could be like happily single, is what I'm sensing. If this is something with another person, it could be like you want the relationship to work out, but you don't really want to like commit, for some of you, is what I'm getting. Or you realize that person doesn't really want to commit to you, so you have to like, you know, go about things your own way, or be independent and not place so much importance on that person or that situation, for some of you, or that job as well. Some of you could be like successfully self-employed, and I feel like you're realizing that that is the best move for you in your life right now, while it's taking much reflection. But you realize that that is your purpose. You know you're meant to do it. It helps you take care of yourself more. It makes you feel more balanced and full at the end of the day. But you may be like experiencing money problems when it comes to that, and you know that's not right. Or you may be having to give a lot more than you're getting back in order for things to like, you know, come full circle, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we also got the Five of Cups underneath the Justice card. So I feel like you guys are really upset with the fact that, like, if things are fair right now for you, or if that makes sense, or if things seem to be going right, like, I don't think it is, though. I feel like you guys really don't feel like you're getting, like, the recognition you deserve, possibly, or you're getting, like, the amount of love you should be getting back, if that makes sense. You could be realizing certain people in your life are like that, and it's making you upset. I feel called to say Libra, because of Justice being a Libra card. A Libra person could be making you upset right now. Does not have to be, but I felt the need to say it. So I feel like it could be somebody within your home as well, or somebody that you really care about and you want things to be right with, but I feel like there's just something you understand now, either about the connection or something about how you are as a person, that you know certain behavior can't continue in order for things to go the way you want them to go. And with the King of Wands coming out here, I feel like you guys, or Father of Wands in this deck, are coming out and trying to take control of your life, but I wouldn't say in a distant way, but kind of behind the scenes is what I'm sensing with all of these cards down here. I feel like you're not trying to like come out and make any bold moves on the surface, but you do have a sense of confidence that you deserve more than what you're getting. That's something I'm definitely seeing. You don't think that, you know it's not right to be upset about this, or depressed about this, or for other people in this situation to maybe even be upset. For some of you, I feel like you're very like, you know, I need to do something about this. I need to fix something about this. But I feel like it's kind of not the easiest thing to do. It may not be easy to bring up to somebody that they're not giving you what you need to be happy, or it's not easy to bring up to someone that, you know, you don't see any progress, or they really don't help you at all. Or it could just be a very, you really don't know where that conversation is going to lead, if that makes sense, or where this revelation is going to take you in some way. Even though you know you have to do something, I feel like you're still unsure what, or you're lacking some type of, what's the right word, ability to say so, or maybe you're not getting the chance to speak your mind the way you want to. That's something I'm also getting for some of you. Hierophant reverse coming in over here is like, I feel like structure is crumbling for a few of you. I know that's not going to apply to all of you, but like maybe the job you're at, the boss you have is just really like not is not the person you want to be taking advice from, or not the person that you feel like you should listen to right now because they don't have good advice and you don't want to follow in their footsteps. I'm getting that strongly for some of you, and you're really like trying to separate yourself from this person, at least mentally or at least spiritually. That's something I'm getting. But for some of you as well, I could just see that you're lacking support from those around you. Oh yeah, again, with these two cards coming out here, lacking support from like a close friend group or people that you find to be a part of your soul tribe of some kind. You feel like, or family even, or coworkers, or your boss. It could be your boss. I'm getting boss energy from the spread, doesn't have to be. But I feel like you're not getting the support you need, and that's making you realize that maybe like in order to follow your dreams, you're gonna need support somewhere, or you're gonna need to learn a lesson. Yep, okay, so with the world coming out, it's making me think that you're coming to conclusions about, first of all, your life purpose, where it is you're meant to be, who it is you're meant to be with, all of those things. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is really trying, this Queen of Pentacles energy is trying to get you to like a peaceful, calm moment with this Four of Swords right underneath it, for sure. That is like, it's enlightening, if that makes sense, where you realize that you have the tools you need in order to accomplish this. You don't really need assistance from those around you, because if anything, they might just, you know, like ruin things. You want help though. You want recognition. You want somebody to show you that like they care about you. But you also need to realize that you don't need external validation. It's something I feel very strongly called to say, that you should just be yourself, genuinely yourself, and do what it is you want to do, regardless of what people around you like feel the need to tell you. You know, unsolicited opinions are never fun, you know, especially when they're telling you that you can't do something or that you're not worthy of a certain outcome. Empress, or the Empress coming out here, is making me think as well that when it comes to this realization, or if you guys do have a small business, or if you are self-employed or do something of that kind, or you are single even, that you are appearing or are very abundant at this time. You could be looking very beautiful to the world around you. People may be very attracted to you. You're looking like the exact definition of like an independent, like, badass bitch. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like people are really kind of seeing you for who you are, and it's like this very solid, strong and like independent person who you don't really need to take shit from anyone, or you don't really need money from anyone, if that makes sense. Like, you can just reap it. You can make it happen. You know, you can manifest that for yourself. You don't need someone to take care of you, because you have that on lock. You can take care of yourself. I know you guys want support. That's something I'm seeing 100%. The Sun coming out here. I feel like you guys really want to see better days. You want to see yourself shine. You want to see the people around you shine. You know that's probably not happening right now, at least internally or externally. And you know it's like only fair for that to happen. For like, I don't feel like you guys think you deserve bad things. You feel like you don't deserve negative, like, feedback in a way, or you just don't want people, like, criticizing you when they don't know what they're talking about. That's something I'm sensing for you guys, too, because you are confident in yourselves, and you do know that it's possible to get what you want. And I feel like Spirit's really trying to, like, bring that Sun card out right there, because they want you to be optimistic on the way things are going to turn out in this situation. They want you to know that, like, there are brighter days ahead. The sun will come out tomorrow, you know. I don't want to sing the song because I can't sing, but like, and that card really makes me think of you guys as well. Like, you guys are a bright shining light in midst a lot of darkness, and I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you to keep the faith and like bring any positivity into the situation that you can. I know it may be hard right now, but like, dig for it, you know, fake it till you make it type stuff. Like, really try to be the beacon of light in a world of fucking darkness, because it sucks sometimes when no one's happy, and like sometimes that one person just being happy in a room full of negative people can turn the whole room around. So keep that in mind. Four of Pentacles coming out reverse here is making me think again that while you know things aren't necessarily like I have a feeling that you don't feel super secure, even though you know, even though you have a lot of things going for you, things will work out, you have a lot of potential. I have a feeling you're not seeing either immediate results, or you feel like you have to, like, definitely give more than you get back, because in order to, like, it could be, again, leaning towards a small business, like, where you have to put in, or you have to invest a lot of things, or invest a lot of time or money into a situation before it really takes off. That could be what we're talking about here. But I have a feeling you know that's kind of like what needs to happen, and I feel like you're ready to take the necessary steps needed in order to boss up in that way and to really be blessed materialistically, because you have, like, the mindset for it, if that makes sense. Like, you don't really need, like, you don't need to check yourself when it comes to, like, what you deserve, because you know what you deserve, and it's all that's good, you know. And I feel like with this Mother of Swords coming out at the very end, Spirit really kind of wants to direct you to look exactly at who is serving you and who isn't, and make that objective cut, you know. If people really are taking more from you mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, even, if we're going to get into that, they're taking more than they give, Spirit really wants you to look at that. I know it's kind of a difficult thing to talk about, or it's not the easiest thing to bring up, and it's not the easiest thing to turn the tables on, but Spirit's really trying to get you to, like, speak your truth and tell people how you really think, and how this really is making you feel, and all these things you've realized, all of your ideas. You need to bring some clarity into the situation. You need to bring some, like, light. You need to bring up how you feel, especially if it's weighing on you or making you upset. But do so in a way that's positive, definitely. Don't try and bring people down with you. Try to be as realistic as possible. That's something I'm also getting from the Mother of Swords. But also be compassionate. That's another thing. These two cards coming out, I feel like you guys don't have a hard time being compassionate. I feel like that's, like, ingrained in you. So maybe use that trait to help you get where you need to be right now, and I feel like things will turn around for you financially if you do so. And I'm going to pull one more card for you from the Moonology deck for some advice from Spirit leaving this reading. Leo pile 3 people. What is some advice from Spirit on what to do leaving this reading? Look at the bigger picture. Okay, that's the full moon in Sagittarius card. I feel like you guys right now really definitely need to step back right now. The details will be taken care of in the long run, but you need to know what it is you're truly working for and truly driven towards. There are minute things right now that don't need to be worried about. Spirit's trying to point out this is time to look at your life in a long run perspective, not just what am I going to be like next month. It's kind of like, what are my goals, my next 5-year goal, you know, like, where do I want to see myself in 10 years? Like, what project am I supposed to be working on? Like, how do I advance my career? Like, how are my relationships going to improve? Like, do I see this person in my life in 5 years? Stuff like that. Spirit is really trying you to look at the bigger picture, zoom out quite a bit, and see where it is your life needs to be fixed, and ask for help in those areas. They will give it to you. Just saying, they really want to see you succeed, and they know you have the potential to do so. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to end the reading here, because I look over and it's getting long. You guys are getting really long readings. I hope you enjoy them. If you liked this reading at all, or felt like it resonated with you, please leave a like or a comment so I can get more of an idea on if these are resonating with people and if you guys are enjoying this format. If you feel called, again, to watch more than one pile, this is a Leo reading all throughout. All Leo placements for each pile. It's just whichever you felt called to, and if you want to watch all of them, definitely go ahead. But if you don't, you don't have to. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I do see you again soon. Bye!